Today we sit down with Philadelphia philanthropist Nehemiah Davis and we'll discuss his charity efforts in the city of brotherly love. Also, local fashion designer Cheyenne Smith stops by to discuss his company's newest threads. This is Str8 NoCh8ser. Let's serve it up. Good day, family, and welcome to the season opener of Str8 NoCh8ser. I'm your host and blog tender, Marquise Lupton. Here on Str8 NoCh8ser, we begin every show with the good news, so let's go out to our general assignment reporter, Joe Sewell. Joe?
Thanks, Marquise. Well, with most fried foods, cooking needs to be done. And with that cooking, grease is produced. Now, some pour down their toilet drains and others in their sinks. But what else can you do with it? Joe Patton is not your typical college senior. While some students plan to start businesses after graduation, Patton decided to get a little head start, with a mission on his mind and a dream in his heart.
I want to be able to create jobs for a lot of people, especially for people that's come home from jail, because it seems like when people come home, they don't have a second chance. And I believe that everybody deserves a second chance.
And Patton, along with his friend and business partner, Antoine Bird, are giving Mother Nature a second chance as well. Since 2012, Southwest Cooking Grease and Recycling has dedicated their time to provide service to restaurants in Philadelphia neighborhoods to effectively dispose of used cooking oil. And where did this idea come from? Right in the classroom.
And we had a project on like recycling, and we had different type of recycling. So we did some type of recycling with grease. And once we got done I realized that I could do this back in the city. And actually this is something people need or whatever. And I realized that nobody recycle their grease from their house.
Which is when Patton and his friends made the decision to begin this cooking grease recycling company. Here, Patton explains the pumping process.
This red hose right now, this red hose that you see right here, is connected to the pump. You be sticking in the traps, which is those things over there, they call traps. Those container right there is called the trap or a drum. And it'd be oil in there, and what we do is we suck it out. And when the oil comes through this hole, go through this pump right here, this pump pitted in here, it's two splitters right there. If you look a little bit closer, it's two splitters, and it goes into both containers. And that's how it works, and that's how we go around collecting oil as of now.
Southwest Cooking Grease and Recycling started back in 2012, and now they have over 30 clients, and still more to come.
What we do is it heats the oil up, and it got a filter right here, as you can see. And when the oil go through there, the oil be having waste particles in it, like food particles and stuff, and it catches all that, and then it goes into that tank. Once it gets in that tank, where is it? This little heating rod here, this goes into that tank over there, and it get extremely hot, and it warm the oil up. So when they warm it up, it deteriorate like any small particles or any water in it.
This process will take about 3 to 4 hours to purify, and after purification, Patton and his friends sell the product to be turned into biodiesel or other oil-based products.
Energy, yep. It's multiple things you can turn into, not just biodiesel. You can make soap out of it, electricity. As you know, like I said, biodiesel, cosmetics like lotion and stuff like that. All types of things. Southwest
Cooking Grease and Recycling is currently only servicing West and Southwest Philadelphia at this point in time, with home pickups free of charge. For more information, contact the number at the bottom of your screen. This is Joe Sewell for Str8 NoCh8ser.
Another possibility, which is for you to work out where you went wrong. I guarantee to you that it will not take long for you to make your mind up if the two of you belong. You know it, honey.
Once again, thank you for joining me for the debut of Str8 NoCh8ser, a show that looks beyond sexy headlines and a vehicle for positive media here in Philadelphia. Family, being a part of media, we are taught in our 101 classes about the social responsibility we have as journalists and the ethics and morals we must uphold as we cover different events around the country and even the world. But unsurprisingly, our morals and ethics in journalism has kind of melted away or simply disintegrated. But who do we blame? The media or ourselves? I mean, we do live in a country where this can make millions. You know, I still don't know what he is saying. I asked Google what he was saying. Google asked me, why am I even listening to it? Which was a fair question. But back to the point. Our country loves to divulge in things like this. And this. And even this. Okay, I don't know what that was. Can we replay that? Which is probably why our test scores look like this. Family, it's a shame when we live in a world where our media outlets will bend over backwards to cover this.
Will she be too posh to push? Is it going to be a cesarean section or is it going to be a natural birth? She wants to be the new people's princess. She wants to be normal.
But normal in England may be a little more painful than normal in the United States.
But will literally wait days to cover something like this. Especially when that destruction looked like this from a satellite. But I'm not going to sit here and wag my finger at the national media because the coverage for the attacks in Paris was great. But you would think that some haste would have been given to attacks in Nigeria that killed 2,000. Look at Ferguson. They were on that faster than Pepe Le Pew was on a cat with a stripe painted on his back.
Me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.
I mean, if you need any examples, look no further than this clip. Oops, I'm sorry, that was Ohio State after winning the national championship, which oddly didn't get the same grade A coverage like in Ferguson.
And we're watching people, they're on top of the roofs of the tops of cars, and obviously there's a smell of marijuana in the air as well. But again,
the most trusted name in news. I'm Marquise Lupton, and that's Straight No Chaser.
Hello family and welcome back to Str8 NoCh8ser. This is Wit on the Street and I'm out here in front of the Bourse building for the LITM Philadelphia Wine Mixer. So let's go inside and check it out. Hello everyone, I am here with Tyrone T. Dixon, the founder, CEO, and president of LITM Marketing and our host for tonight's event. So tell me why the Philadelphia Wine Mixer?
Well, I started Philadelphia Wine Mixer about 5 years ago. It started off at a little art gallery. I came home from college and I realized that there was a lot of movement going on in the city where it was people like myself coming home that we needed something different. We needed something that we were excited about. I started to create it based off of art, music, and fashion, and I didn't realize there was this many people that felt as passionately about it as I did, and next thing I know, it started to grow from the art gallery, then it went to the African American Museum.
Did you ever think it would get this big?
No, actually, I was worried because I remember when it was just me and my 5 friends sitting in the art gallery and no one was there. And then the next time it was 15 of us and just kept growing. And now just seeing it's overwhelming to see how many people look forward to this. How some people don't even come out. They plan their year around this one event. So it's just really good to see.
What I want to know is what brought you out here tonight?
I'm a huge supporter of the Philly Wine Mixer. I've been at every Philly Wine Mixer, and T-Dot, the gentleman who runs the event, is one of my fraternity brothers.
So what was your favorite part of the event tonight?
The wine. I mean, it's a wine mixer. I love wine. It's kind of self-explanatory.
So what brought you here tonight?
Actually a night out with my girlfriends. Today is my birthday, so this was actually a ticket bought by my sister, so I'm very excited. My first wine mixer.
Happy birthday! You look great tonight.
So many like-minded people that are here that have so many topics that's going on around us. Now it's becoming not only a platform for artists, it's a platform for entrepreneurs, it's a platform for people with a voice that just want to talk about what's going on with them, what's going on in their community, and just seeing that everybody has such a strong sense of community, you know, it's really good to see.
Hello and welcome back to Str8 NoCh8ser. I'm your host, Marquise Lupton. I'm here with Philadelphia philanthropist Nehemiah Davis. Nehemiah, how you doing today?
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
Well, first and foremost, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Nehemiah Davis, hailing from West Philadelphia. I'm 27 years old. Maybe I shouldn't have just said my age, but I'm 27 years old. I'm into philanthropy as well as entrepreneurship. I have a vitamin store in West Philly, as well as I do a junk removal business, and I'm very heavy into trying to get back and, you know, help those in need.
All right, so what inspired you to pursue a life of charity? Because not everybody has a bleeding heart.
Right. Well, my mom. You know, my mom is my partner in the organization, Myra. She's the co-founder. Years ago, I mean, from the time I was a kid, my mom always would say, "Son, we need to get back. You need to do this." And as a kid, I was like, "Mom, I'm a kid. What is giving back, and why do I want to do it?" At the time, she wanted me to deal with the Special Olympics. So I'm like, "Mom, why? Or what is the actual purpose of me doing this?" But I never knew until now the importance of giving back and how far it can actually take you and how many people you can touch by doing so. So about 6 years ago, I had my first business, which was a fruit truck. She said, "Son, you making money, let's get back to the community." I'm like, "What you want to do, Mom?" She said, "Let's make some sandwiches." So I gave her $50. Her and my sisters made about 50 sandwiches for the homeless. We took them down 18th and Vine one Monday night, and we've been doing that for about 6 years ever since. So that's what started giving back. Right now, we're working on a couple of new initiatives. We're about to take 100 kids skiing for our 4th annual ski trip. Our goal is to have it fully sponsored where kids don't pay for anything. So we're working on that. And 30 of the kids, they're paying for themselves through an initiative we started called My Candy Business, where we fund kids with their first box of candy and allow them to be entrepreneurs.
All right, so you and your efforts, how do you feel as though that this will make a better Philadelphia tomorrow?
Well, not to say I'm noticing, but 6 years ago, I feel as though when we were really giving back, my peers, they weren't really doing that, giving back. Some were, some weren't, but I feel as though now it's like a part of the culture, Philadelphia culture. A lot of people is giving back. They're incorporating that in their companies. And I always tell people the importance of giving back and the recognition. I don't even necessarily do it for recognition, but when people see that you're genuine and they're doing it, they want to help. So I really think we're definitely changing the culture in Philadelphia and inspiring other people to want to get back. I just was on Instagram the other day. My friend said, "Hey, I volunteered for Nehemiah on day before Thanksgiving and day before Christmas. I love doing it so much now. I'm going to volunteer my time once a week to a shelter that aids people with HIV." So just that one thing made me feel good that, wow, he came to volunteer and now this is what he wanted to do. A good friend of mine texted me yesterday like, "Hey, make sure you're in the city March 28th for her birthday. We're having a birthday give back." So the premise of her birthday is she's giving back. But she started giving back when she met me. So now that's what she loved doing. So I feel as though we touching a few people, and they're just people the stories I actually heard. So so we're pretty excited about it.
All right, and what kind of feedback have you been hearing just over the past 2 years?
The feedback has been phenomenal. I don't even really go by necessarily what people are saying. I go by their actions. Like we had a mayor for the last 3 years been donating 25 brand new bikes. We had the 76ers. Whenever I want, they donate thousands of tickets just this season alone to the game. I just got an award on the floor for the 76ers as a hero among us. Got an award from the Eagles, a community quarterback award. So we don't really talk about, I don't really ask people like, is there not necessarily a need, but do you feel as though we're doing anything? Because I don't think they would be awarding us, or people wouldn't be asking for us to assist them with giving back if it wasn't a need. So we're very excited that we're able to keep trying to make a small difference in Philadelphia.
All right, and you are receiving some great attention. So how do you yourself stay grounded? How do you stay humble? How do you not let the accolades and what you do go to your head?
I don't trophy watch. A lot of people get an award or something like, oh my gosh, I did that 2 years ago. I got this award, and they still stuck on that. For me, once yesterday's done, I'm off for any award I have. I'm really on to what's next. What are we doing today? Because yesterday's over with. So that's one way that I stay humble, and I always look at my peers. A lot of my peers are doing better than me. So I try to surround myself with people who is striving even to new heights, doing things that's conquering the world. So I'm like, there's so much more to be done. You can't be arrogant. You must stay humble because you're not far in this huge world. So that's how I personally stay humble myself.
All right, and for our viewers at home, if somebody would like to participate, or if somebody would like to know more about you or your foundation, how can they contact?
Well, you can check us out at NehemiahDavisFoundation.org, as well as you can also check out my newest endeavor, Step Into Greatness Tour, which we're bringing to Philly, where it's a one-day conference where we want to basically transform people's lives from good to great, which featuring to me, one of the greatest motivational speakers in the world, Eric Thomas. He's going to be headlining the conference. So that's the way I would ask people to come check me out. So, or check us out on Instagram under Neil DeViso.
Okay, and final question: any last words you want to give our viewing audience, or any encouraging words?
I just would say, if you have a dream, I will follow it. A lot of people. Like I said earlier, the richest place in the world is the graveyard. So many people take their goals and dreams and ambitions there, as well as so many people are dead, not literally, but mentally, because they're afraid to chase their dreams. So I always tell people to fail forward and take that chance on you. So I really think it's important that I'm really happy to be here with you guys, and you guys are taking that chance on yourself. You're not waiting for anyone to put a ball in your hands. You're doing it on your own. So I'm just appreciative to just be here, and I just tell people to take a chance on yourself and bet on yourself. You never know what might come about. So don't just make this a good week, make it a God week. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, and thank you for coming.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
No
Thank you.
problem. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to Str8 NoCh8ser. I'm your host, Marquise Lupton, and I'm standing here next to Cheyenne Smith of Unusual Styles, which is located here in Philadelphia. Cheyenne, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, and thank you for having me on the show today.
Not a problem, not a problem. So can you tell us a little bit about Unusual Styles?
Yes, Unusual Styles is a unique company that started about 7.5 years ago. Just starting off just with having a passion of dressing and clothing and mixing some patterns, and started off from there, doing some vending shows, and it just took off from there.
All right, so how has it taken off from the inception up until this point today in 2015?
Well, it's just hard work, and number one, the hard work starts with the passion inside of me. You got to have the passion for it. It's not just about making a dollar, but to me, it's about not just dressing people, but creating a look for someone.
All right, so can you tell us a little bit about your look, because it's very unique.
My look is I like to mix patterns, and I like to be unusual. That's why I came up with the name Unusual Styles, because I want to think fashion is different. I like to command the room. When I walk in the room, I want people to say, "Who's that?"
Mm-hmm.
A person that has eyes on me. It might not be their style, but they're definitely going to be looking to say who that person.
All right, so during other fashion shows and everything like that, what are some of the things that some people say about your company, Unusual Styles?
Well, number one, they say that I have a unique style. because of the patterns that I use, the color schemes. I do a lot of color blocking. So I think that's my unique technique, and the styling and bringing it together to where it may look like it can be discombobulated sometimes from a fashion trend, but with bringing all the colors and the patterns together, it gives a unique style.
All right, so you also have a boutique coming soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, just a couple of weeks ago, just came apart with a partner, bringing a boutique here to Philadelphia. And the unique thing about it, of us again being unusual, we're going to take art and fashion and collaborate it together to bring a unique style with art and fashion, which will be located here down in Old City on 2nd Street in between Arch and Market.
All right, so why collaborate with art? What was it about the artist or the curator that you're working with? What was it about them that made you say, okay, I want to go into business with them?
Well, number one, the artist and their art, it's kind of like my fashion. It's something that's going to stand out, something with the colors to make you look, even if you're not into art or not into fashion, anything that looks bright, you're going to even take a look at it, just even if you don't like it. So that standpoint of his art, I think, will be a good collaboration with my style, my unique style, to put fashion together.
All right, and you brought some guests with us on today. Can you bring them in and tell us what they're wearing?
Sure. Today we have Herb, one of the models in Philly Fashion Week as well as Atlantic City Fashion Week. Today he's wearing a custom blazer, emerald printed, floral and black, along with custom shirt with a floral print of green and blue, and a classic bow tie with a custom lapel and hanky. But we dressed it down a little bit with some jeans where he could go out on the night or also out in the day. Oh. Thank you, Herb.
All right.
Again, my next guest we have is Chris. Chris is a up-and-coming model as well, has been in Philly Fashion Week in Atlantic City, and he's wearing what I call shark skin gray slim fit European suit with a custom black paisley shirt, and dressed it down with just a fuchsia purple tie and accessorized it with a lapel and hanky, and also gave the Euro short pants look. Thank you, Chris. And this is one of my favorites of them all.
All right.
We have Kasi, well-known here in Philadelphia model. He's wearing a custom leopard, one-piece, one-button, slim cut Euro blazer. Dressed it down with just a plain white fitted shirt, but gave it a pop with a skinny red polka dot bow tie and accessorized it with some red frames, and also gave him the Euro no sock look with his pants. Thank you, Kas.
All right. Some nice looks you got there. So for our people at home, how can they contact you? How can they get in contact with you? How can they find you?
Okay. Well, number one, I'm on Instagram, Styles by Shy. On Facebook, you can find me under Unusual Styles by Shy or Cheyenne Smith. And on Twitter, also, you can find me at Styles by Shy. My contact information, email address, unusualstyles_30@yahoo.com, as well as my contact phone number at 856-832-7800. You can find me at any one of those.
And stay tuned. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is My Melodic, One Take Dave of the Shore Club. Make sure you check out the album Garrett of Melodia. Fellas, take us out.
me. Pardon, darling, I'm nosy. Hat tip to the side, the famous life, do you know me? Court side of the game, throwing fries at Kobe. Let's cut to the chase, cause time fly moving slowly. I'm tired, won't you get to know me? Fly the rest of phony, and if you got a body, then I'll let you meet the homies. Yes, it's Short Club, SPC, the one and only. No, I ain't hungry, but I'll bite your tenderoni. You like me? She see me from a mile away, by the numbers on my tag, she know I don't play. Now I'm a G from the east side all day, and she love what it does in a crazy way. Yeah, I said she see me from a mile away, by the numbers on my tag, she know I don't play. Now I'm a G from the east side all day, and she love what it does in a crazy way. Yeah, spend the night and be my part-time lover. 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 Cause she like me, she like me, cause she like me. Oh, cause she like me, cause she like me, cause she like me. Oh, whoa. So she spend the night, I'm feeling right. We rated X, now that's rated sex, but I'm tired. Room service, she get it. Breakfast 1 in the afternoon, bacon, eggs, and cheese with it. Spent the grand on the grub, bacon and cheese digits. Spend the night in the tub, Angie Jolie in it. Now we in it, a bubble bath. Money feels all the more better with a trouble pass. I was broke, God fix it, and he did. So now I live. Your girl wants you, but she needs me. She letting go of your hand when she sees me. Not a little glimpse, a straight look. Now he wanna see if we friends on Facebook. Oh, behave, nigga. I'm paid, nigga. I pick her up in the plane, bet I get laid quicker. Spend the night and be my part-time lover. 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 Cause she like